because someone small compared to this guy, and this guy got to where he was by misleading, right? And reacting to politics in the wrong way. So I didn't know how to respond until now when I looked up what his reputation is, okay? Yes, Hasan Piker, known as Hasanabi, has a notable reputation for being controversial and is frequently accused by critics of spreading misinformation and presenting radical or inaccurate political views, particularly to a young audience. And that means that's very sick, man. Why are you trying to get into other families' younger kids' life? That's the worst thing you can do. As one of the most prominent left wing anti anti-imperialist? No, anti-imperialist and socialist streamers on Twitch. He is one of the worst streamers on Twitch. He's bad with social who cares? Social media, okay? He has the worst reputation with social media and really big problems as an anti-imperialist. So that's something that's really bad, and he does really bad streams because he has other people on his side, and he just hides behind their back. Ms. Kiff and Denims and another female, because you have Ms. Kiff. I don't want to do anything with him. Okay, leave him out. Ms. Kiff, leave him out because I heard that he usually creates bots in the chat of someone else to try and spy on other people, and then he reports that to Asanabi, right? Okay, Piker has a long, young demographic, which makes him a target for criticism. I can see why. He's doing a lot of misleading and try to put other parents' kids into a situation where he's just going to mislead them, teach them the wrong sort of lessons. I don't know. He's not a teacher, that's for sure. Which makes him okay. That one I already read. Misleading nature of his comments. Okay. Reputation for misleading politics and controversies. Okay. Foreign policy missteps. Critics often point to his commentary on foreign affairs as being inaccurate. For example, he claimed for 2 weeks that Russia would not invade Ukraine. So his prediction was wrong, okay? Because Russia attacked Ukraine. Okay, they didn't give a shit, they didn't care. Okay. America deserved 9/11. Dude, that's what you respond with? America deserved 9/11 in 2019? Piker stated that America deserved 9/11 in a critic of America foreign policy. While, let me see here, while he interventionalism, that's a big word. I don't usually know how to say big words like that. It's hard for me to pronounce. But if created a lasting reputation for extreme, insensitive, or unfiltered commentary. Okay. Controversies with extremists, sorry. Controversies with extremist content. He has been criticized for soft pedaling or appearing to sympathize with anti-Western groups, such as the Houthis or Hezbollah. I don't know who those people are. I know they're probably Jewish, but dude. So, enthusiast and hold on. anti-Semitist, okay, anti-Semitism allegations. He was nominated as an anti-Semit of the year in 2024, sorry, in 2024 by a watchdog group stemming from his criticism of Israel, which he argues are anti-Zionist, or I don't know how to say that, man. That's too big. Rather than antimistic, okay, anti-Semitic, or I don't care. Let's skip that. Like I would know some of those big words, man. I know a few of them that they're not too great. Platforming content. He has been criticizing. He has been criticized for reacting to other content rather than conducting original journalism, with some accusing him of presenting unverified information to his viewers. That's how you mislead people, you know? Joe Rogan of the left supporters view him as a necessary, engaging, and unfiltered counter to right-wing commentator, while critics view him as an irresponsible, I should say irresponsible, unprofessional voice that can misinform young people. Controversy with politicians. During the 2025 New York City mayoral race, Piker's support for candidate Zahra Mandani, he's supporting the mayor. The guy, he didn't support that guy because Mandani gets actual supporters. This guy, Mandani don't need his ass, man. Became like the candidate was for Zaran Mandani became a liability as opponents used Piker's America Deserved 9/11 comment to attack the candidate, forcing the candidate to disavow him. Basically, he's just trying to put threats towards Mandani. Man, you don't do that. They're bigger than you. Even Trump will be bigger than you, but compared to everybody else, Trump is actually a lot smaller, like you are. Okay? Because if you don't know how to put real, legitimate information on things going on political wise, man, and you do it without their permission, man, that's worse. Supporters' perspective. Conversely, supporters view him as a vital, honest voice. This is dumb because there's stupid people supporting his ass. Okay. Uh, for the left who critiques the liberal establishment and provides a space for radical and empathetic and anti-imperialist viewpoints. He is considered a key figure in pushing young people towards more progressive anti-capitalists. That's not good, man. If you're going anti-capitalist, that's not good. And interventionist viewpoint. This guy is dumb, man. He's talking shit about people because they're against him and they don't like what he says. So then later on, he tries to put a lawsuit, even if the person ain't that bigger than him. He'll try to take me down because he puts regular people spying on my video. And later on, I find out there's a few comments, right? Those comments are from people that are supporting this asshole, which are not a lot of people. They're just people that are being misled by this guy. And some of them just suck on his feet, right? Whatever. I had to keep it a little family friendly there with the criticism from me against him. Okay, next thing, we're gonna look up Miss Kiff because I think he was trying to put some bots to, how you say it, bot target me. Is Mizkif with a bad reputation as a streamer? Let's see. Alrighty. Hold on. We're gonna put his actual YouTube name because he's been putting lawsuits against people that had nothing to that had nothing involved with him. I'm not getting completely involved. I'm just exposing the truth because now he was probably putting bots to target me. And like, dude, you don't do that to a person who's even smaller than your ass, man. Because if you put how you call it, a false report against someone who doesn't have any records, and other people who are bigger than him who have no records, and I'm just a tiny person, right? Okay, well, let's search this. Okay, yes, Matthew Miskiff, Ronaldo, has a reputation that is widely considered bad or highly controversial within the streaming community, driven by multiple serious allegations of misconduct, sexual assault, and harassment. Oh, he did sexual assault. You don't do that, man. That's against the law of Constitution. You already know that much. Despite remaining one of the larger creators on Twitch and co-founder of the One True King OTK organization, he has been central to several ongoing and as of late 2025 intensifying controversies. Okay. 2025 sexual assault and abuse allegation. In October 2025, streamer Emiru accused Mizkif of serious misconduct, okay, including sexual assault, domestic abuse, and stalking and threats of blackmailing following these other creators like Quacko. Let's just say she's a Twitch streamer, but she's also kind of up there. She's one of the biggest so far, right? Alongside all these others, okay? And Ariasaki. I don't think I ever heard of the Ariasaki, but I might check him out. Accusing, sorry, where was that? Oh, that was right here. Hold on. I'm tracking. I'm backtracking. Okay, okay. He put like he's following this. Hold on. Let me reread everything. Okay, I went too fast. In October 2025, streamers Emiro accused Miskiff of serious misconduct, including sexual assault, domestic abuse, stalking, and threats of blackmail. Following this, other creators like Quacko and Arisaki came forward with their own allegations accusing him of unwanted advances and, in some cases, disrespectful comments about deceased streamers. He's dumb. He's dumb putting it against two female content creators. You don't do that. Respect the female. That is the law, right? Respect people. That is the law. 2022 cover-up scandal, Miskiff was temporarily suspended from his duties as an OTK co-owner in 2022 after accusations that he helped cover up sexual harassment committed by his friend and roommate Crazy Slick against streamers Adriana Lee. Oh boy. Uh, so okay, defamation lawsuits following the 2025 accusations. Ms. Kiff filed a defamation lawsuit against follow streamers Emiru and Asmongold, as well as OTK, alleging coordinates campaigned to destroy his reputation. So meaning he took it out on everything. He took it on the two other content creators who used to be in his OTK group, okay? And then he put that to destroy himself. You caused it against yourself, brother. Community and content reputation. He has been criticized for being aggressive with women on camera and having a history of, as some describe it, a toxic or manipulative nature. Okay, let's search something together with him and Hasan. Was Miskiff always ended up being a hold on. Did Miskiff used to work with Hasan Nabi? Hold on. Did Miskiff was associated with Hasan Nabi? Hold on, it showed Miss Kim. I'm not trying to search Miss Kim. Who are you, Miss Kim? Miss Kiff? Based on reported streamers math, hold on. Go against here. Based on reported information, streamer Matthew Miskiff Ronaldo has had a significant, albeit tumultuous, tumultuous associated association with streamer Emiru Skunk, particularly following allegations that emerged in late. I didn't say. I wasn't trying to search Emiru. Okay. Oh, that's why. It put Hasanabi. Hasanabi. Okay. Hasanabi. Okay. He wants to speak like Trump. I might as well use the Trump line because Trump is also kind of stupid himself. Let's see. Yes, streamer Mizkif and Hasanabi have been associated through the broader Twitch creator community. A guy who he's associated with the dumbest guy. He's misleading with politics, and now Mizkif has been one of his lackeys, huh? Oh wow, interesting. Because Mizkif and Hasnabi has been one of the few people that also puts things against other people who is exposing the truth about him being Miskiff being misleading. I mean, Miskiff being a criminal reputation, and Hasanabi has the worst reputation of misleading younger politicians. Man. Okay, now we're gonna put the conversation of denims. Okay, does denims have the worst reputation, and what made her reputation bad? Here we go. Based on no, not K-pop singers. Okay, Eh, controller, control yourself. We're gonna expose denims now because let me just say to you guys right now, they're all working together. Okay, they really want to work together, and there's two females, two guys who are just using politics and misleading, and then one guy's in he's associated with criminal action, man. Let's see. Denims is often considered to have one of the worst environmental reputations in fashion, frequently labeled a filthy business due to extreme water usage, chemical pollution. Oh boy, and this is the female streamer on Twitch that I also been hearing about, and toxic manufacturing process producing a single pair of jeans. Seriously, a pair of jeans requires an average 33.4 kilograms, right? She's talking about jeans. 73 pounds of, oh no, they're talking about the chemicals she tried to, of CO2 emission and thousands of of water. Dude, oh my god. So you're putting bad water to try and harm someone with like chemicals and toxic, dude. Oh boy. Environmental impact denim productions is a water in no. I'm trying to look up. Oh, this is a business called Denims. Damn, this is stupid. Hold on. Misinformation there. I'm gonna correct it. Don't worry, guys. Let's put does streamer does a streamer. Now better yet, female streamer. We want to make it accurate, right? Okay, let's do this. Okay. Ah, here's her real name. Demnums Alexandra Marwa Saber is a Twitch partner and political streamer who gained a highly contentious reputation. Now, let's search her real name, folks. We're gonna search her real name. Okay, hold on. No. There we go. Does the female streamer who known as, we're gonna do this by copying and pasting the rest of the way. So, uh-uh. Yep. Okay, hold on. Okay, uh-huh. Now, hold, no, hold. Hey, I'm telling you to paste. Okay, uh-huh. Okay. Let me do this real quick. There we go, magically into the conversation. Does a female streamer known as Alexandra, okay, got it, everything there. Alrighty, here we go. Based on available court records and legal feelings as of 2025 and 2026, the streamer and content creator Alexandra Mara Saber, often referred to as Denims or Marwa Talat, has been the subject of significant controversy stemming for a 2025 federal lawsuit, but defining her as having the worst reputation is subjective. Okay. The controversies surrounding her reputation are primarily linked to the following. Okay. Ooh, okay. In June 2025, TED Entertainment Inc. filed a copyright infringement lawsuit against Alexandra Marwa Saber in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. Allegations of lazy content. Oh, she's been a lazy content creator and misinformation. The court filing alleged that she created lazy reactions videos that did not provide significant trans, transformative commentary. The lawsuits accuse her of alleging in empty chair reactions, where she would leave the camera for extended periods while playing copyright content to generate revenue. That is the worst criminal action right there. Fraudulent. The plaintiff argued that her use of the content was highly commercial and designed to serve as a substitute for the original rather than fair use, which drew criticism regarding her ethical approach to content creation. Now she has been exposed. Let's get to the next one. Okay. We're gonna search the other female who was associated with Miss Kiff Denims and Hasan. Okay, we're gonna put this one other female that is associated with Hasan who I'm sorry. Okay, don't. Okay? You put a lawsuit on me, there's no reputation. I have no criminal reputation, and I don't have any sort of crimes and criminal action because there's no record, and I like to keep the law simple. I like to follow the law. I don't like to abuse the law. I don't like to say we are above the law. No, nobody's above the law, okay? People have the freedom of speech, okay? And you're trying to say, shut up. Okay, we're going to do some more. I'm turning this to a joke and a positive, funny criticism against them. Okay, we're going to, okay, because that's what Hasan is doing. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, all right. How many females who were associated with Hasanabi by supporting him? Okay, we got. Hold on, it searched the wrong way. Hold on, I'll be right there. Hold on, folks. I'll be right back. I'm going to take the train to get the information I need to expose even more. Because Tecton has exposed their asses. Well, I guess it's my turn because now they're trying to come after me, right? What two females were associated with Hasanabi and have the same nationality as streamers? Let's see here. Valkyrie. Nah, that's too simple, okay? What kind of content creators are usually female Palestinians who are trying to put misinformation on their YouTube and Twitch? Why did it search the wrong way? I was trying to look up the YouTubers. Okay. Alright. What kind of female content creators? What kind of female content create I put careers. No. I don't want that. I want creators, not careers. We're not trying to search careers. This is not a career. I don't have no career. I'm just a regular citizen with a normal reputation by not breaking the law. Okay. Okay, searching. All right. Based on reports regarding the information landscape surrounding the is no. I wasn't trying to search Palestinians, okay? I guess I searched Palestinians, but I was supposed to search the ones who were involved with his son. I'm not trying to look anything Palestinian, okay? because I'm not trying to get that far in, okay? Okay. Who are trying to, okay. Okay, here we go. Phew, okay. They're searching someone else. Okay, AI mode, because that's how you can find some legitimate information too, because all it generates is the pieces of information that you're trying to search, okay? Alrighty. Alright. Female content creators who spread information. Hmm. Hold on, I keep searching a different way around. I'm trying to search a straight pattern, okay? Because there is a female YouTuber other than the one I just mentioned, Denims, okay? Alrighty. Um, alright. Mm-hmm. 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 No, let me put that one on and put. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Based on the provided research, there are results. There is no evidence of. Hold on. Let me just check some here. The name of her actual channel, okay? Because there are people that will show the name of those people. They know who they are because they try to put the people that they try to put against, they put against regular people, okay? Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Content creators. Okay, content creators. Content creators who are, alright, creators who how you say it, back up Hasanabi. Well, I have to put female content creators in there too. Because there are some bad female content creators and there are some regular female content creators who don't usually get involved with politics to abuse it, okay? I'm not saying the only side is bad is Jew. No. Because the guy who's the leader of Israel, he's putting his people to mislead people, okay? But Hassan Piker has nothing to do with Netanyahu. He's his own toxic person, right? Okay. Who supports Hassan Naber. Hassan? Yes, Hassan. Hassan. I'll just put Hassanabi. To let's see, Hassanabi. Okay. I'm not. I'm not trying to put Hassanabi himself. Okay. Never let Hassan cook ever again. Oh, and that's coming from Valkyrie. She don't like Hassanabi, man. Okay. Hive Mind charity stream with special gift. Ooh, I don't trust that, man. Hasanabi, you're dumb. Trying to put others involved in your arguments. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God, Hasanabi on content creators finally speaking up. This guy is dumb. Haas Japan IRL is dumb too, man. Because I mean, he's not dumb. He's just, I guess he is because he's actually someone that approves of Hasanabi because he's saying the guy is speaking up. I don't care about that guy, man. Okay, whatever. Apparently, there is another female content creator who is trying to misinformation people, just like Denims, just like Hasanabi, and then you have the last one that I know of so far, Ms. Kiff. Ms. Kiff is big for putting lawsuits. He has a worse reputation for putting false reports against someone by saying they are bullying me. They are harassing me. I am going to put a lawsuit against you. That's what he would do, right? He would say, I'm going to put a lawsuit against you. And if the person says, why should I come? All he's going to do is like put false reports against me. And then if you don't come over here because I have a mental illness, you've been mentally ill, man. You've been mentally challenged. People don't have to go over there because they could just put a long paper letting them know the message why they don't have nothing to do with that. Because you mess with Asmongold, now he's gonna make it worse for you. And he don't want to do that, but you still continue, right? That's a bad move. You're forcing someone to come back by saying you're gonna put yourself in danger and harm yourself, and then you make like a threat message saying, if you don't come over here, I'm gonna punch a wall because I can't really control myself. And now the guy, Asmongold, says, if I'm forced to go over there because he's gonna try to force upon me, and I really hate to do this, I'm just gonna make it where he goes to jail because he's just trying to start things up. And the more further he takes things, phew, he's in jail. He's behind the cell. You don't do that, man. You don't put your own self by saying you're gonna harm your own self. You're gonna cause a temper tantrum for what? Dude, Miss Kiff, if you're in jail right now, good luck, my dude. But if you're out, happy to be uh, happy neighbor to you. Okay, I don't know how to speak Irish. I don't know how to speak Scotland. But this guy, I hope I hope he gets well. I hope he gets better because that mental illness, that mental challenging of himself, putting against others, then he put something in the speech, making it where people would have to believe him when he says, I have problems, I go through depression, I go through this. But you don't take it out on other people, even if they're just not content creators like you, right? That's something that can seriously get you into the cellar. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, but other than that, I'm going to end it here. And yeah, I'm literally gonna end it here because yeah, Hasanabi's people are now coming into one of my old videos that I put saying Hasan Piker is dumb and stupid. Denims is dumb and stupid because they try to put a lawsuit, but they don't have any evidence of the other person that they're putting a lawsuit against. Dude, you have to look up your legitimate sources. If you don't have no legitimate sources, you're screwed. And whatever you try to put against me, if I'm not able to afford it, because I'm going to get backed up by someone that can help me with the lawsuit from a government. Because if you haven't noticed, I am a disability person. Okay, I have full on ADHD, but I don't abuse it. I have slight autism. I don't make excuses for it. I have hyperactive tension disorder, which makes me go, "Vroom, vroom," okay? It just makes me a little more hyperactive. I got slow learning. Does that mean it could prevent me completely from learning? Hell no. Will I forget once in a while? Maybe, if it decides to leave my brain. But a lot of things I still remember. The things that I regret, of course, because back then when I was a little kid, I was hard to deal with as a child, okay? But now I am trying to improve myself. Every human being who gets accused of a crime but isn't, he don't have a record. He don't have a criminal record. His record is clean. So you're trying to blame it on me. Now you're putting your hate towards me. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna ignore everything you try to put towards me. I'm not gonna fully get involved anymore. I just try to make exposing towards you because now you're trying to attack me. Dude, you mislead younger politicians. You don't do that. You try to mislead other parents' kids. And you're not doing this to spread knowledge against adults because you know they will not agree with you. They will not believe you. So now you're trying to mislead younger politicians, which some of those kids don't usually get into politics when they're that young. You're just trying to teach them politics, but in the wrong way, unmanageable. A, ma- um, okay, let's just say the worst way possible. Okay, you teach kids politics the worst way possible. I'm not gonna respond to your comments, Hasanabi. I'm not gonna respond to a lot of your fake account users, okay? Because I never did something wrong. I don't have a criminal record. I don't have no records at all of something that you're trying to put towards me later on, right? You're eventually going to put those against me. And that's not good, okay? That's going to affect your reputation more by putting it against someone with multiple disabilities because you think someone like me could be retarded? Dude, shut up, man. You got roasted. Okay, later.